Good morning. I actually am going to do some content today. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh, it's been a long time. So what I'm making is I'm making a 5-bean salad. Now you've probably had five-bean salad by the jar. I love 5-bean salad, and I got the recipe on how to make it. Super simple. You can jar it, which I will be doing. And the best part is it's done. So if you go into a picnic someplace and you're invited and you forgot to bring something, you grab a jar off the counter and you're done, you know? So I'm gonna get ready to show you how I make it. First thing I have is some water boiling on my stove. The next thing I have is I've opened up 8 different cans of beans and they're draining. Now, the reason that they're draining is I don't want all that liquid in there because I want it to marinate in what I'm going to, the broth that I'm going to make. Now that's important, and it should marinate for 12 hours overnight. So that's why I'm making it right now. So in this big, huge bowl that I have, I started cutting up the onions. I don't blanch or do anything with the onions. I just cut them small because the marinade is going to soften them with the vinegar and the lemon juice, and then when I'm canning them, they'll reduce and soften a little bit more inside the water bath. So I'll explain that as we go. So let me get the rest of the onions in. Okay, good morning. So this is the second part of the 5-bean salad. So I've got a clean bowl here. I've got my canning utensils, which I always have here. And then here is the 5-bean salad that was marinating overnight. So there it is. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to separate the broth from the beans. And I'll tell you why in a second. So I've got this slotted spoon. And I'm just moving it to this other bowl, just like that. Slotted. Doesn't it look good? It smells delicious. I want to show you the beans. The beans were blanched. They still have a little bit of, like, not crunch, but firmness to it. But remember, I'm going to water bath these. So once these get in the water, they're going to be in there for 10 minutes. So that should help soften these. Now, in the meantime, while I'm doing this, let me show you what else I have. I have my canning pot. And inside I have all the jars I'm going to use, the lids I'm going to use, and it's filled with water. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm sterilizing these. So that'll take a couple minutes. And this is still going to take me a couple minutes. So I'll be right back. Okay, so the jars are sterilized. I've taken them out. I put them here on a clean towel. What I want you to know is, you see how I have these lids upside down? It's really important when you're canning to make sure everything is sterilized. So these cups, I poured the water out with my handy dandy tool like this. So nothing touches the inside. Now I'm going to show you how I fill it up, and then we're going to put it back in with the brine. So give me one second. Here they are. I took them out. Now they still have the rings on them. I still have quite a bit more, so I'm going to make 4 more small ones. So basically, I've got 4 additional jars that I'm just going to put in boiling water so that they can start to sterilize. I need 3 rings, because I already had one in there, and 3 lids so we can sterilize. Okay, so what's going to happen now? There was some water on top. Now you can see there's a little bubble right here. As this cools, it's going to create a vacuum in there. And in a little while, you'll start to hear Pop, 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 pop. I'm hoping one of them will pop while I do this, but I don't, it's just too soon. I mean, I literally just took them out and they're still hot to the touch. How long will they last? A good 2 years. I'll keep them for 2 years. I'll bring them for picnics and things like that. I do a lot of canning and I do a lot of dehydrating. So, again, this cost me, I'm gonna say $12. And one can alone, one of these big ones in the supermarket, is like $6.99. So does it pay for itself? Yeah, because all of these jars and lids can be reused. Sometimes the flat part can't be reused, depending on how you pry it off, if you bent it, because it has to have a complete seal. So what I mean by that, go back over here. So you see this rubber around here? That gets heated up when it's sterilized. Then you put it onto your jar, and then it gets heated up again when you water bath it, and it gets soft. And then as the vacuum happens, then it'll cool. So I don't think any of them are gonna pop right now. I wish you could hear it, because it is kind of cool when you work so hard, and it's very satisfying when you hear that pop, because that means it's sealed. It's done. It worked. But I don't think we're going to hear it today. And, okay, see that little pop? That's what it does. And see how it's indented now? There it is. I don't know. Now, once these cool, I'll wash down the outside of the jars, because they, our water's hard, so they'll get like a little calcium on them. So I'll wash down the outside of the jar so they don't look like, you know, gross. That's it, guys. I'm going to finish this up, take a nap, and go to work tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. They tasted very good. And have a great day.